If you enjoy cooking shows and good food, you've probably heard of Gordon Ramsay. He is a well-known celebrity chef famous for his strong and fiery personality on TV. Recently, Ramsay shared a surprising and serious experience he went through, which has left many people wondering about what lies ahead for him. Let's learn about Gordon Ramsay. His story shows his strength and determination. Before we dive into the details, let's look at how he became famous. Gordon James Ramsay was born on November 8th, 1966, in Johnstone, a town in Renfrewshire, Scotland. His mother, Helen, was a nurse, and his father, Gordon James Sr., worked as a swimming pool manager, welder, and shopkeeper. It's clear that Ramsay inherited his resilience from his parents, but he has said that his father wasn't the best role model. Ramsay described him as a heavy drinker and a womanizer because he was a violent alcoholic at times. These tough situations made Ramsay see his early life as full of instability. He also thought his father's dreams and failures caused their family to move around so much. When he was 9, they moved to England and settled in Bishopton near Stratford-upon Avon, a market town in Warwickshire. This move was meant to be a fresh start for them. Ramsay's father continued his harmful ways instead of changing. In his autobiography, Ramsay shared that his father neglected and mistreated the children. Even as a child, Ramsay showed a strong spirit. He wanted to be a football player but had to work as a pot washer in a local Indian restaurant where his sister was a waitress just to earn some money. Ramsay's wish to play football came true when he was picked for the under-14 games. At just 12 years old, his early career faced many injuries, and he had to give up his dream after a bad knee injury during a game. Ramsay had a difficult childhood, but he found a passion for cooking as a teenager. Even though he was upset about leaving football, he preferred to be recognized as a talented chef instead of just the player with a knee issue. When he turned 19, Ramsay decided to focus more on his cooking education, and he was fortunate to get a chance to pursue it. Ramsay received support from the Rotary Club, which is part of one of the biggest service organizations in the world. He started studying hotel management at North Oxfordshire Technical College, even though he said choosing the catering college was a total accident. However, things went well for him. In the early 1980s, Ramsay worked as a commis chef at the Roxton House Hotel, and later he managed the kitchen and the 60-seat dining room at the Wickham Arms. However, his good fortune didn't last. He had to leave his job after having a sexual relationship with the owner's wife, which made things hard for him. He then moved to London and worked in different restaurants to get by. He was inspired by Marco Pierre White, a famous British chef and TV star, and decided to work for him at Harvey's. Ramsay's luck seemed to return, but it quickly faded again, as he worked at Harvey's for only 2 years and 10 months before. Tired of anger, bullying, and violence, Ramsay wanted to move beyond his difficult childhood and workplace issues. He thought that learning French cooking would help him grow in his career. This decision turned out to be beneficial for him. His hard work paid off when he received a job offer in Paris, which was a dream come true. Ramsay White's boss advised him not to take the job in Paris. Instead, he encouraged Ramsay to work for Albert Roux, a French chef who runs a restaurant in Mayfair, London, with his brother. Ramsay agreed and chose to work for Roux. This turned out to be a good decision because after a year, Roux invited Ramsay to be his second-in-command at Hotel Diva, a ski resort in the French Alps. This opportunity allowed the 23-year-old Ramsay to follow his dreams. He moved to Paris to work with 2 famous chefs, Guy Savoy and Joel Robuchon. For those who don't know, the Michelin Guide is a series of dining guides created by the French tire company Michelin since 1900. The guide awards up to 3 stars for outstanding restaurants. Ramsay had the chance to work with these 2 top chefs for 3 years before he left due to the physical and mental stress of working in restaurant kitchens. He then took a year off. Ramsay worked as a personal chef on the private yacht Idlewild in Bermuda. Like before, his career had some ups and downs, but each new job brought new chances. His next position was even better than the last. With hard work, he found success. On the yacht, Ramsay traveled to Sicily and Sardinia, Italy, where he learned about Italian cooking. This experience helped him reach the level of head chef. At a certain moment in his life, his hard work and determination were beginning to show results. When he returned to London in 1993, he was offered the job of head chef by chef patron Pierre Kaufmann at his restaurant La Tante Claire in Chelsea. Ramsay got the chance to work in a Michelin star restaurant. as if fate was guiding him toward success. His success didn't stop there. After he gained recognition, Marco Pierre White came back into the picture. It's time to make Ramsay the head chef and give him a 10% share in Ressort, owned by White's business partners. Ramsay seems to be quite persuasive as he accepted this offer and renamed the restaurant Aline. Honestly, the restaurant was thriving under Ramsay's leadership. They won their first Michelin star just 14 months after he took over in 1997, and then they got their second star. Everything was going great until something happened that changed their partnership again, right after they won their second Michelin star. The owners of Ramsay's restaurant wanted to make it a chain, but Ramsay wanted to keep it unique and refused to go along with their plans. This disagreement led to him leaving the partnership in July 1998. In a later interview, Ramsay called this decision to go solo the most important day of his cooking career and the most significant choice of his life. He then opened his own restaurant called Gordon Ramsay. Chelsea, with help from his father-in-law, Chris Hutcherson, and former co-workers at his restaurant, won several awards, including a third Michelin star in 2001. This made Ramsay the first Scottish chef to achieve that honor. While many view opening a restaurant as the peak of success, it wasn't for Gordon Ramsay. He quickly grew his business after starting his first restaurant and soon opened another one called Pitras in London. Amaryllis in Glasgow had to close, which was unfortunate for Ramsay. But this didn't stop him. He opened another restaurant, Gordon Ramsay's, at Clare. He continued to open more restaurants, including some in other countries like Dubai and 2 in Tokyo. He also opened a restaurant in New York City, where he faced a lot of criticism from the public. We'll discuss the public's opinion shortly, but despite some criticism, Ramsay was recognized as the best newcomer in the Zagat Guide. He owned restaurants in popular cities like Los Angeles, Montreal, and Ireland, which helped him gain awards and recognition. Although many of these restaurants closed later, they brought Ramsay numerous awards that he values. For instance, his restaurant Gordon Ramsay in London earned 3 Michelin stars and was voted the best restaurant in the UK by the London Zagat. In 2001, Ramsay's achievements in his home country and his impact on the hospitality industry led Queen Elizabeth II to honor him with the Officer of the Order of the British Empire (OBE) title. In 2006, he received 3 Katie Awards, including Independent Restaurateur of the Year. That same year, he was recognized as the most influential person in the UK's hospitality industry. Additionally, he was inducted into the Culinary Hall of Fame in 2013 for his many accomplishments. He became the 3rd person to win 3 Katie Awards. Additionally, he was named the most influential person in the UK hospitality industry in the annual Caterer Search 100 list by Caterer and Hotel Keeper magazine. In 2017, Ramsay set a Guinness World Record for the fastest time to fillet a 10 lb fish, doing it in just 1 minute and 5 seconds. This week on Veterans in the Media, Ramsay set a guiding principle by writing that his cause over caterers. Later that year, he set another record for the longest pasta sheet rolled in 60 seconds, which measured 1.45 meters. In 2022, the International Hospitality Institute recognized Ramsay as one of the 100 most influential people in global hospitality. In 2023, he set a Guinness World Record for the largest beef Wellington. Ramsay's career, social life, and finances are thriving, but it's not all easy for him. He has faced many challenges in his life, from a difficult childhood to life-threatening situations. His life has had its ups and downs. We'll explore these experiences in June 2024. Ramsay recently shared a photo of a large bruise on his left side that surprised many. He posted the image on his social media and showing a dark bruise on his back. If you haven't seen it, you might want to avoid it, as it could be shocking. Known for his strong presence, Ramsay seemed affected by what happened. The injury occurred while he was having a good time. Ramsay loves bike riding and does it to relax and stay fit when he's not cooking. Usually he's experienced and finds it easy, but during one ride he lost control and fell hard. The fall was so serious that he had to go to the hospital and ended up with a huge bruise on his back. While filming his show, his hands were shaking as he showed the bruise, which indicated he was still in shock. The injury he suffered was painful enough to shake even the strongest people. Ramsay says this injury affected him not just physically, but also mentally. He's always been private about his life, so this serious accident made him scared enough to talk about his feelings publicly. His honesty surprised many, but his fans really appreciated it. This serious bike accident is just another challenge in his journey But still, we mean it. If it sounds ruptured, we're just miserable. The way the star manages his healing shows his strength and determination. He is now experiencing pain and vulnerability like any person would in his situation. In an interview, Ramsay shared that the accident had a big emotional impact on him. He said the physical pain was strong, but the emotional pain was even worse. He expressed fear, but also gratitude for being alive. This was surprising coming from someone who usually appears tough. Weeks later, Ramsay he was shocked by the incident. After the accident, he spoke in several interviews about how difficult it has been. He described the week following the injury as really tough. For Ramsay, the injury was more than just physical. It made him realize that he is not invincible, despite overcoming many challenges before. Although this was a hard struggle, Ramsay's strength helped him get through it. However, this incident left a deeper impact on him. Ramsay's mental and emotional health was affected because a recent death reminded him of a scary experience he had before. In 2008, while filming a segment in the Westman Islands, Ireland, he fell off a steep cliff that is 85 meters high. Those who know the Westman Islands understand that they have many icy mountains and cliffs. Ramsay fell into the freezing water after missing a step. Rami survived by taking off his heavy boots and waterproof clothes so he could swim to the surface. His film crew rescued him by throwing him a rope, and they pulled him up. They said he was under the icy water for about 45 seconds. Rami later described the experience as terrifying, saying, "I thought I was going to drown." Looking back, the bold chef felt really scared. He never expected that this accident would leave a lasting mark on his mental health. Fans have really embraced Chef Ramsay, saying he seems more genuine and relatable now. His experiences show that even very successful people go through tough times. It reminds us that everyone, even the strongest men, can have moments of vulnerability, and that it's okay to share those feelings. It's nice to see his wife Tana and their 5 kids experience his softer side as a loving dad and family man. You can learn from Ramsay's strength and drive to succeed, as well as his desire to be respected while being caring. These are qualities we can use in our everyday lives. Please share your thoughts in the comments about Ramsay's life experiences and how he has dealt with them.